You won't believe the homelessness crisis in America's most iconic cities. While tech giants thrive and landmarks shine, thousands are left struggling on the streets. From Silicon Valley's paradoxes to the dangers of Skid Row, let's dive into the reality behind America's urban facade. Spoiler, it's worse than you think. The United States, known globally for its economic power, technological advancements, and status as a beacon of opportunity, faces a harsh and growing issue: homelessness. This crisis undercuts the country's reputation as a land of wealth and promise, manifesting most visibly in its largest and most affluent cities. Before we proceed, tell us the country you're watching from in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for a special gift. Home to Silicon Valley and iconic sites like the Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco is a global symbol of innovation and prosperity. Yet beneath this glittering image, the city struggles with a severe homelessness crisis. Approximately 7,082 people are homeless, making San Francisco the 10th city in the United States with the largest homeless population. The soaring cost of living is a major culprit. Driven by skyrocketing real estate prices, the city has become unaffordable for many. Housing costs have left even middle-income earners strained, and for those on the lower end of the economic spectrum, homelessness is an all-too-common reality. In a place where billion-dollar startups abound, the juxtaposition between tech wealth and street poverty is painfully stark. Moving to California's capital, Sacramento, we find another surprising victim of the homelessness epidemic. With 9,281 homeless individuals, Sacramento ranks 9th in the nation. While the city is more affordable than San Francisco or Los Angeles, it faces a severe housing shortage that continues to drive homelessness. The economic strain has rippled across communities, exacerbating social problems and making it difficult for residents to maintain stability. Sacramento's struggle with housing insecurity highlights a broader issue. Even in seemingly less expensive cities, affordable housing remains out of reach for many. In Phoenix, Arizona, homelessness is equally alarming. With a homeless population of 9,642, it stands 8th on the list. Despite its natural beauty and attractions like Camelback Mountain, the city is grappling with deep social problems. The cost of living in Phoenix has climbed steadily, and a severe shortage of affordable housing has made homeownership or renting increasingly impossible for low-income families. To make matters worse, the city is battling an opioid crisis. Arizona's Department of Health Services reports that over 2,000 people die annually from opioid overdoses, often fueled by the spread of fentanyl. This public health disaster intertwines with housing insecurity, creating a web of crises that local authorities struggle to address. Just across the bay from San Francisco lies Oakland, a city known for its cultural diversity and bustling port. Yet, this urban hub is dealing with serious social challenges, including homelessness. Oakland's homeless population stands at 9,759, ranking it 7th nationally. Rising housing prices have forced many residents into precarious living situations. The disparity between wealthy neighborhoods, such as Piedmont, and impoverished areas like East Oakland is glaring. While some streets are lined with luxurious homes, others are filled with tents and RVs that serve as makeshift shelters. The contrast reveals Oakland's growing socioeconomic divide, a painful reminder of those left behind as wealth and prosperity transform the city. San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, epitomizes the irony of wealth and homelessness coexisting side by side. The city, home to tech giants like Google, Apple, and Facebook, has a homeless population of 9,903. It ranks 6th on the list of U.S. cities with the highest number of homeless individuals. Despite housing some of the world's wealthiest people, San Jose has become a nightmare for those earning modest incomes. The median home price often exceeds $1 million, putting stable housing out of reach for many. Teachers, service workers, and public employees are often forced to move far outside the city or, tragically, into homelessness. This stark wealth divide underscores Silicon Valley's growing inequity. Denver, Colorado, boasts breathtaking views of the Rocky Mountains but hides a deep social crisis. With 10,054 homeless residents, it ranks 5th among U.S. cities facing this issue. Experts agree that affordable housing is the key to tackling homelessness, but Colorado's severe housing shortage complicates matters. The state has a deficit of nearly 70,000 housing units, which has driven up rents and home prices across Denver. The resulting pressure leaves many residents, even those with steady jobs, in vulnerable positions, as housing options dwindle and costs rise. San Diego is famous for its stunning beaches and ideal climate, yet it harbors a significant homelessness crisis. With 10,264 people without stable homes, it ranks 4th nationally. The allure of San Diego has driven up living costs, forcing many long-term residents to the edge of poverty. Tracy Bennett, a 54-year-old woman living on the streets for 7 years, shares the harsh reality of homelessness. Despite finding temporary shelter near the gas lamp quarter, she's repeatedly displaced by city sweeps. "We're not bad people," she says. "We're just in a bad situation." Her story reflects the ongoing struggle many face, as efforts to clear encampments fail to address the underlying causes. Seattle, known for being a technological powerhouse with companies like Amazon and Microsoft, faces an equally alarming issue. With 14,449 homeless residents, Seattle has the 3rd largest homeless population in the United States. Despite the city's booming economy, homelessness remains pervasive. The city's story includes individuals like Kara Bernstein, who found refuge in the jungle, a notorious encampment under a highway. Even in this dangerous environment, she discovered a sense of community, highlighting the desperation many feel when conventional shelters fall short of meeting their needs. Los Angeles is second only to New York in terms of homelessness, with 71,320 individuals struggling to find shelter. The entertainment capital is synonymous with extreme contrasts. Luxury enclaves like Beverly Hills and the infamous Skid Row. Skid Row's streets are lined with tents, with some makeshift homes even drawing power from streetlights. Efforts to address this crisis have proven insufficient, and gang violence further complicates the city's challenges. The city's homelessness problem has grown by 12% between 2020 and 2023, showing the inadequacy of government responses. Even when housing is offered, many choose to remain on the streets to preserve their independence, reflecting the complexities of the crisis. Finally, there's New York City, the largest in the United States and home to the most homeless individuals, over 88,000. New York's reputation as a land of opportunity is overshadowed by a crisis exacerbated by an influx of migrants from around the world. Over 100,000 migrants arrived in the past year, overwhelming the city's shelter system. Makeshift solutions, like converting hotels and setting up tents, have failed to keep up. The strain on resources and declining federal and state support has created a dire situation, revealing the true scope of a humanitarian emergency in America's financial capital. As homelessness continues to rise across America's cities, these stories remind us that behind the statistics are real people, each with a struggle shaped by the cities they call home.